Good morning. It's Wednesday, January 3rd, and today I want to talk about an animal problem that exists in the United States. And this is an animal problem that many of us don't recognize as a real problem. And it exists in certain parts of the country in what I will call gigantic numbers. And I am talking about the cat population. It's a population of cute little animals, most of which are friendly, quite often fed by people that don't own them, and they congregate in many, many areas, and they can do some damage, but it's not the damage that I want to talk about. It's just the mere fact that there are so many of them. Now, when I was growing up, we did have a cat for about a year. We found him on the rooftop of our building, and we took him inside, and he stayed with us for, as I said, about a year, and then he disappeared. Now, the other interesting thing about a cat in my life is that cat was my nickname. There were many who I grew up with when I was a teenager, and we spoke a particular jargon, which was a cool language. And so I was a cool cat, and eventually the nickname of just plain old cat was assigned to me. And there are many of my friends who have been around for a long, long time who know that and still call me cat on occasion. And it doesn't bother me one bit because it was a very important part of the history of my life. So in any event, the cat population in many areas is so large that there are groups of people who may take it upon themselves to capture these cats. And this whole purpose of capturing the cats is not to do harm to them, but to prevent them from reproducing and producing more cats. So there are teams of people in certain cities that round up these cats and take them to veterinarians to have them neutered. And then they put them back on the street. Now, there are many, many people who participate in this activity and actually call these cat rescuers to come and capture the cats that are overpopulating their neighborhoods. But many of the people that call on these cat catchers, so I will call them, don't understand that these people who are trying to take the cats off the street are not intending to send them to good homes or put them in some safe place. What they are intending to do is have the cat neutered and then return to the local population. That sounds kind of crazy. And in some parts of the country, these people, who we will call cat rescuers, for lack of a better term, because they're actually rescuing them, but they're not really saving them for any reason, but they just want them to not be able to reproduce. So these people are actually living in places where the population of cats is so large, and to get them an appointment for being neutered just can't be done overnight. Those appointments have to be set up weeks in advance. And a person who calls up for getting such an appointment is quite often told that we don't have many appointments left, or I can only give you 3 appointments. And so what happens to the cat catchers is that they have to go out on the evening before the appointment, or maybe a day before the appointment, and go out and trap these cats. So in these neighborhoods, it's quite often that they see people pulling a car up to the curb and unloading cat traps. And in order for them to catch the cat, they have to provide some bait to get the cat to go into the cage. And they use sardines as bait. And I guess that's as good a bait as any. I know maybe the cats would prefer tuna fish. or something else, maybe cod or something. But I guess sardines are the easiest thing. They come in a can. You put a couple of sardines in the trap, and you set the trap up in an area where there are many cats roaming on the fences or whatever the location is. And when a cat is trapped, he's in by going in to try and eat the sardines. When he's trapped, they close the door on him and they keep him there. And quite often, since they have set 3 or 4 traps in the same area, that cat is trapped and he has to wait till the other cat cage up, and then they take them home. And usually they're doing this on the day before they have several appointments set up. So they take them home and they take care of them for the evening, and then they deliver them to the veterinarian the next day, and the cat gets neutered. And then the cat trapper takes the cat home to spend an evening, and then they put them back in the same location that they caught them. They set them out into the population. And if they have other appointments set up, they proceed to go through the same procedure again. And there are many people out there who understand that the cats are being taken off the street, but they don't understand that they will be returning as a neutered cat. Many people who call up for this cat rescue do not understand that it's just a neutering operation. It's not an operation to put the cats to death or anything like that. It's not an operation to find them a better home. And I know about cats because we had a cat, as I said. My sister-in-law has a cat. That cat is happy and stays home with her. But there are many cats that are not happy in the house, and they will take off. When we had a cat, when the kids were small, the cat loved the backyard. Came into the house occasionally to eat something, but he only stuck around for about a year, and then he became interested in something else, and he was gone. So wild cats are beautiful, and they're friendly, and they can give you a lot of joy. And it's a good thing for elderly people to have a cat, some company when they're deserted by the rest of the family, so to speak. The cat's a wonderful animal, but they do have a population problem that has to be controlled in certain parts of the country. And so if you see lots and lots of cats, maybe you have to set up this team of cat neuterers to save the cat's life and help the population. So I leave you with that. A cat story from a gentleman named Cat. Have a great day. I'll see you in the morning. Bye.